So I thought of a question while we were talking about all that. Kris, obviously you mentioned the Overton Park there and the Midtown area. I know you got a lot of history in the Midtown area. Right now you're not, though. You're out of town a little bit. So I was curious to know, we've talked about this before, not on the podcast, but if you were going to move to an area in Memphis, what would be where would you go? If you're coming into town right now, you're going to find, where would you move to?
So in the city limits, we're not talking about any of the suburbs, not Barlett, Carterville, Germantown, any.
I guess you could give me both. Give me one that would be in the city limits, and then if you were looking to be outside the suburbs too.
Man, that obviously that can vary wildly depending on your budget, right? Like if my budget was unlimited, I don't know, I'd probably be down here on the riverfront facing the river bluffs, but I don't see my budget being 1.5 million anytime soon. Maybe next year after the YouTube channel blows, after this
maybe
blows up. Yeah.
Right. We've got how many subscribers have we got now? If you haven't subscribed on the YouTube channel,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, help me get to that start point now I want to be. Yeah. That's a tough question, Jerry, because there's tons of areas I like in the Memphis area. I love Central Gardens. So if I were moving to Midtown, I think I would try to get in that Central Gardens area. Beautiful homes. They're 100+ years old. I don't know. I just love that structure, that style, and that location. I love East Memphis, 38120 zip code out there by like Poplar, Mendenhall, Poplar, White Station. I love that area. You've got great restaurants there. Folks Folly Steakhouse is there, one of the best steakhouses in the Memphis area. So that's a hard question, man, because I'm favorable to a lot of different areas. But Midtown, East Memphis, downtown, I think one of those three would just be my choice. But that's not to exclude that I don't like some of the Cordova area. You've got some beautiful big homes in Cordova area and gated communities. So I like that area. I don't know. That's a tough question, man. But I think if I were choosing and I had a $500K budget, I would be somewhere around East Memphis, downtown, Central Gardens, and Midtown.
Yeah, well, I was thinking as you were talking about that for my own answer to that question, and I think
I know your answer already.
Well, what do you think my answer is?
Well, every time you're here, you're like, man, I think if I would just want to be in the South Bluffs. Like, I really like the South Bluffs. And I
like the South Bluffs. I do. My only hesitation, and this is the stuff that we don't typically talk about in the videos just because it's, I don't know why we don't get into it.
Well, it's personal. Yeah.
Maybe we have, but my only hesitation there is, where I live now, I can go, I can drive right down and within 2 minutes I can be at a Kroger, or I can really easily get to a lot of places. And if I live in South Bluffs, you've got that little spot there across the street now where you could get some basic essentials if you needed it. Yeah. It's really not like a full grocery store. You're gonna have to get in the car and drive probably 15 minutes or so to get to like a full grocery store. I guess the one there in Midtown would probably be the closest. Yeah, so
I agree. That is a drawback of living in the downtown area. But those markets, they can get you by. They've got all the necessities that you need. And then this time of year, you've got the farmers market on South Main, so you can get all fresh fruit and vegetables like that. But yeah, I agree with you. You're kind of trading off big shopping areas. There's no Target or anything like that.
All right. Yeah. So I guess I've been spoiled by suburbia. It's just so easy to go get all this stuff, and I feel like there's a little bit of isolation. Now the trade-off for that is, it's just a beautiful neighborhood. You're right there close to, maybe you're not close to all that stuff, but you're close to all the fun stuff to do downtown.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very appealing on that aspect. And I could say a lot of the same things about Harbor Town too, up that way, because you do have a little bit more, a little bit bigger little grocery store there. Again, not a full, Walmart, Kroger, Target type of situation, but you've got a little small neighborhood grocery store there at the Cordelia's Market, I think it's called.
Yeah, Cordelia's Market, I think it's
so, and that's a pretty cool little spot too. They got a big wine selection too, if you're into that. But you got that. You got some cool restaurants there, and then you got the views of Harbor Town. But both of those, I feel like I feel like it's almost like you romanticize it a little bit. It'd be really cool to live there.
Yeah.
But then I don't think I would actually choose to live there if it was really coming down to it. Now, what if I just had like an unlimited budget and I could buy myself a condo just to go down when I wanted to go stay downtown? Yeah, I'd probably do that. But
Man, I don't think of doing that. I promise you. Like I get down, it's like I'm living separate lives, right? I come downtown and I love this vibe. I love being able to hop on the trolley and go to the Redbirds or the Grizzlies or the Rendezvous or walk over to Central Barbecue. And like you said, everything that the riverfront has to offer, all the festivals and everything. So I love that aspect of it. But then I get home, which, is just slightly north of Memphis, and we've all got 2 and 3 acre lots, and you sit there and you're hearing the birds tweet and there's no traffic. You can't hear anybody talking. Then when I'm there, I'm like, man, I love this. I love being here. So I don't know. It's like I'm Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because I've got 2 lifestyles I'm living.
Well, if I was looking realistically with a realistic budget, I do think that Midtown area there is probably, if I'm in the city limits, I like that probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you still get a really cool vibe there, but you've also got your essentials close by and you can get downtown to all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But even more than that, probably, this will surprise you because I guess I haven't really told you this. That area up there closer to the Atoka and Mumford area is a really cool spot. I really like that because you've got, you're kind of out of town a little bit.
Okay.
But you get that little acreage areas or you get a little room to spread out.
Yeah.
And I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, I'm either like downtown or way out in the country.
Yeah.
I really, that's where I really would want to be, and we're kind of in the in-between on that right now. But
that area you're talking about, Jared, now that's the Rosemark community. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I love that area out there.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the name of it.
Yeah, the Rosemark community is really nice. I mean, there's a little private school there that's excellent. There's a couple little local churches there that are excellent. You do get that space. That is still Shelby County. That's not the city though, so that's not city living.
Well, that's why I said if I'm in the city, I'm probably in Midtown. But if I'm getting out of there and Eads area, that's nice over there too. Where you can get out. But again, either one of those, I'm kind of getting probably getting out of budget a little bit to what I want. So,
yeah.
I don't know. So we'll probably stick around close to where we are, at least for a little while. Well, I hope you liked that clip of the Moving to Memphis podcast, which you can check out right here on our YouTube channel, as well as most of your favorite major podcast platforms now. And if you want to see the entire episode where you just saw that clip from, make sure you check it out. It's right there. We'll see you there, and we'll see you on the next one.